Hi everybody! Alright, we are going to talk about the warm-up font pairing and simple graphic element instructions. This is super easy. I know that you guys already know how to do all of this, but it's going to gear you up to our first actual project. So look over everything. We have lots of information in your folder. Just read through the instructions. You are going to create basically a simple logo of your first and last name with a simple vector graphic, okay? We're using vectors because, like all logos, the logo can be super small, like on an envelope, or gigantic on a billboard, all right? Raster images tend to lose resolution, and that is one thing great about vectors. Okay, so font categories, look this over. I know you've had experience in this, but it's good stuff to refresh your memory, okay? Psychology of fonts, color wheel, and I want all of this information to help you building your warm-up, okay? Like if you hate yellow, don't use yellow, alrighty? And then here are some font pairing ideas, and this is going to really help you get started this last little bit, okay? Also, there is an Adobe font tutorial in our folder. It's kind of old, but it's the same stuff, the same thing. You go to Adobe Fonts and you activate some of the fonts that you might like. I highly recommend that. The Adobe fonts are modern and cool and fun. And anyway, okay, let's get started. So I need 3 completely different variations. That means different graphic and completely different fonts for each one of those variations. All right, so I started typing these out. I am gonna look around for some interesting fonts. That is cool. All right, so the first and last name should be different fonts. Oh my God, no. Eventually, I'm going to make a list of fonts you should never use, but that'll be later. Like, that's kind of interesting in a weird kind of grungy way. Oh, looky there. So a lot of these fonts I already activated, which means I activated them through Adobe Fonts, and now they're ready to go within Illustrator. So I'm just going to show you briefly how I got started. The second part of the assignment is to do a simple graphic, okay? So I was thinking, oh gosh, since my last name is Bloomer, how about if I do like a bloom? I know that's really lame, but okay, let's do flower, modern silhouette. You use a silhouette, and there is a create outlines tutorial in our folder. If you use a silhouette, it's very easy to outline. I'm not going to go through that whole entire process. Watch the video. I love this one. Okay, love it. I'm going to right click on that, copy it. This is totally illegal, by the way, but you guys are students and you can get away with this for now. In the future, you're gonna have to buy this because it's a stock image, alrighty? Okay, so I love this image. I love it. I think it's cool and modern and fun. Okay, I have that image selected. I want to turn that to a vector. It's not a vector right now, right? So I'm going to go to Image Trace, Make and Expand. Stop it, Nikki, you're so cool. All right, so all the lines are in there. They're just all grouped together, all right? So I'm gonna ungroup it. Sometimes you have to ungroup it a couple times. And then I just deleted the background. So now I have a vector variation of the image that I just pulled, okay? So you see where I'm going. I would need to make this a different font. But you see where I'm going. So play around with this. This is what I came up with. Like, that is super lame. I hate it, so don't really look at that one. But if you're like me, you'll have 1 or 2 that you hate, or maybe in this assignment, you just one. But I think this one's kind of decent. I love pink, obviously. I like blue because I love the ocean. I'm always on the water. I'm always paddling. So this is a nice little homage to my paddle life. And this is very similar to what I just showed you. I should probably add color to my text, but you see where I'm going. Make sure it's in color. Read over all the information in your folder. Save this as a PDF. Okay, right? PDF right here. Put your name in the title, not my name, your name. And then save it and upload it to our folder. Okay? You got this? Talk to you soon.